DeMar DeRozan and LeBron James have, not surprisingly, managed to put their names in the NBA All-Star race. Keep watching because in today's video, we are talking about LeBron James and DeMar DeRozan headlining the second All-Star voting returns. First, we have the rankings. NBA All-Star voting is already in its second round, with Golden State Warriors guard Steph Curry, Los Angeles Lakers forward LeBron James, Chicago Bulls guard DeMar DeRozan, and Brooklyn Nets forward Kevin Durant leading the pack, according to the league. With 4.46 million votes, Curry leads all players, while James comes in second with 4.38 million. With 4 million, Durant leads all Eastern Conference players, while DeRozan leads the East guards with 2.9 million votes. Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets in the Western Conference and Giannis Antetokounmpo of the Milwaukee Bucks Eastern Conference are tied for second place among front court players in each conference. The second place guards in both conferences are Ja Morant of the Memphis Grizzlies in the West and Trae Young of the Atlanta Hawks in the East. Next, the Chicago Bulls signed DeMar DeRozan. No other decision in the franchise's history has had such an impact. The Bulls have gone from missing the playoffs for 4 years in a row to becoming one of the East's surprising top teams. The most important reason is DeRozan. At the age of 32, he's having one of his greatest seasons, one that has the potential to revolutionize the way people view him as a player. DeRozan has re-energized the Bulls and is one of the key reasons why the population of Chicago is once again enthralled by its basketball club. Fans are usually criticized for things like voting for the NBA All-Star Game, but they are spot on when it comes to Chicago Bulls star DeMar DeRozan. According to the second round of vote updates for the February 20th game in Cleveland, DeRozan's spurting ahead of the pack for one of the starting backcourt spots in the Eastern Conference. Voting's open until January 22nd, but DeRozan's approaching lock territory. DeRozan's arrival in Chicago sparked a historic comeback for a squad that had not made the playoffs since 2017. Despite a thrashing at the hands of the Brooklyn Nets on January 12th, the Bulls still lead the Eastern Conference by a game and a half and are 27-12 overall. DeRozan's resurgence coincides with Chicago's resurgence in the East. Now let's look at the stats. DeMar DeRozan has participated in 4 NBA All-Star games. In 2018, he played for the Toronto Raptors. In 2014 and 2016, DeRozan was a reserve. In 2017 and 2018, he was elected as a starter. He was traded to the Bulls in a sign-and-trade last summer after 3 seasons with the San Antonio Spurs. He's averaging 26 points per game, which is the most he's put up since 2016-2017. It's an understatement to say DeRozan's impact in Chicago has been unexpected. In an ESPN survey of offseason moves, the Bulls' acquisition of DeRozan tied for last place. In Chicago, though, he easily fits the small ball 4 spot. DeRozan isn't exactly a stretch 4. He's a career 28.5% three-point shooter, and his 2 attempts per game average this season ranks 3rd in his 12-year career. However, he's shooting 50.8% from 2-point range and 35.2% from beyond the arc, which is a career best. DeRozan prefers to shoot from the mid-range, where he connects on 54.9% of his shots from 10 to 16 feet and attempts 30% of his shots. A quarter of his efforts are the analytic crowd's nightmare, the deep 2-pointer, which he converts 43.6% of the time. Now we talk about LeBron James. Even though LeBron is in his 19th NBA season, he continues to play like a 17-year-old kid from Akron. The durability of the King over the previous 2 decades demonstrates how amazing he has been throughout his career, not just this season. The 17-time NBA All-Star is attempting to make his 18th consecutive participation in the midseason showcase, and he has the statistics to do so. James is now second in league scoring with 29.1 points per game, trailing only Kevin Durant's 29.7. While he may not be the current top, the statistic is noteworthy since no NBA player has ever averaged more than 23.4 points in a season when he's 37 years old or older. Not too old yet. LeBron also leads the NBA in 30-point games with 19 and fast break points, 4.4 a game, as well as leading the Lakers in scoring, steals with 1.7, minutes 36.9, three-pointers 2.9, and free throws 4.4. While Anthony Davis recovers from an MCL sprain, James has stepped up and taken on a new position at the 5, wreaking havoc on his opponents on both the perimeter and in the paint. His individual performance has not only caught the attention of the league, but it's also motivated his teammates to embrace their new, smaller identity and play a different level of Lakers basketball. The Lakers are 5-2 when he plays center, scoring 124.3 points per game with a plus 7.7 point difference in those 7 games. Since AD's injury on December 17th of 2021, James has led LA in scoring every occasion. In those 12 straight games, LeBron has scored 25 points or more, making him the league's oldest player to do it, eclipsing Michael Jordan, who was 34 at the time when he did it for 10 consecutive games. Just when you think the list of reasons why LeBron should be an all-star in year 19 couldn't get much longer, he somehow keeps ascending the rankings of some of the league's most elite accomplishment lists in a matter of weeks. The next update on NBA All-Star fan voting will be on January 20th. Keep your fingers crossed since voting will stop on January 22nd, and the starters and reserves will be announced on January 27th and February 3rd, respectively. Now, in other NBA news, Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Bucks' recent victories have kept Giannis Antetokounmpo atop our weekly list of Kia MVP contenders. With more than a quarter of the games remaining, the whistle blew, came to a halt, and Giannis Antetokounmpo walked away victorious. Milwaukee thrashed Golden State 118-99 in a wire-to-wire beatdown more lopsided than the final score would suggest in what was supposed to be a closely contested Kia MVP ladder duel between Giannis and Steph Curry on Thursday. Antetokounmpo rode roughshod over the Warriors, scoring 30 points, getting 12 rebounds and 11 assists to equal Michael Jordan for 18th all-time with his 28th career triple-double and 3rd of the season. The performance puts Antetokounmpo on top of this week's Kia race to the MVP ladder, while Curry, who has been struggling, drops out of the top 5. Pelicans versus Clippers. The host New Orleans Pelicans never trailed in a 113-89 thumping of the Los Angeles Clippers on Thursday night, as Jonas Valanciunas had a double-double and 5 teammates scored in double digits. Valanciunas finished with 18 points and 16 rebounds. Brandon Ingram had 24 points and 14 rebounds. Herbert Jones had 14. Jackson Hayes and Devontae Graham each scored 13 points, and Josh Hart had 12. At the end of the first quarter, the Pelicans were up 13 points, and at halftime, they were up 19 points. They never let up against the Clippers club that had fought back from a 25-point third-quarter hole to beat Denver 87-85 on Tuesday. This season, New Orleans is 3-0 versus the Clippers and has won 7 of its 9 home games. The only Clippers starters to score in double digits were Terrence Mann with 15 points and Marcus Morris Jr. with 12. Serge Ibaka, Brandon Boston Jr., and Xavier Moon each finished with 10 points. New Orleans had a 60-34 lead as Jones scored the first 7 points of the third quarter. Reggie Jackson's three-pointer cut the Los Angeles lead to 17 points, but Valanciunas and Jones responded with consecutive three-pointers. After the Clippers cut the lead to 87-63 at the end of the third quarter, the Pelicans led by as much as 28 points. All in all, the Pelicans got an easy third win against the Clippers. Updates on the trades. The Nuggets-Pistons transaction featuring Bol Bol has been canceled after the Pistons failed to pass Bol's physical with the franchise, according to ESPN sources. According to ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski, the Hawks are selling forward Cam Reddish to the Knicks in exchange for a protected 2022 first-round selection via the Charlotte Hornets. The Oklahoma City Thunder have acquired Miye Oni and a 2028 second-round selection from the Utah Jazz. The Thunder will release Oni to make room on the roster before the February 10th trade deadline. Utah saves money while freeing up a roster space. Denzel Valentine will join the Knicks as part of a 3-team deal with the Lakers and Cavaliers for $1.1 million and 2 draft picks, but the draft picks will go to Louis Labier. New York will decide whether to keep Valentine or give him the option to join with another team. And that's a wrap for this video. Who are you rooting for in the NBA All-Star race? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. And we'll see you in the next one.